So to discuss the Frobenius method, already we have discussed how to calculate the regular singular points or irregular singular points. The Frobenius method is applicable when there is a regular singular point, or on the ordinary points you can also apply the Frobenius method. For the ordinary points we have discussed the power series method, but the power series method is limited only to the ordinary points. But Frobenius method is applicable to all. It is applicable to ordinary points as well as regular singular points. For irregular singular points, we can't apply the Frobenius method. So singular point is that point at which the differential equations, if we consider the differential equation as y double dash plus px into y dash plus capital Qx equals to 0, and if px and qx both are at least one of them are not analytic at the point x naught, then the point is said to be singular point. And further, this singular point is called regular singular if x minus x naught into px and x minus x naught square into qx both becomes analytic at x naught. Then the point becomes a regular singular point. Otherwise, it is irregular. So for the Frobenius method, we have discussed this theorem, the statement of the theorem. For the solution, you have to consider the value of y as summation n0 to infinity cn x minus x naught raised to power n plus r. Here x naught is the regular singular point. So firstly, we will find a initial equation for the given differential equation, which is a equation of this type: r into r minus 1 plus a naught r plus b naught. Obviously, it is a quadratic equation. It is a equation in the r of degree 2. So we will get the two values of r. So in the Frobenius method type 3, okay, first two types are already discussed, and now we will discuss the questions regarding to that type number 3. In type number 3, the two values of r, one is r1 and other is r2, both are equal. Both the values are equal. Then it will be a question of type 3, and then its solution will be of this type, and we will discuss it in the example how you can obtain a solution of this type. So to discuss the type number 3, firstly I am here discussing the Bessel's equation of order n. Bessel's equation of order n is an equation of this type: x square y double dash plus xy dash plus x square minus n square into y equal to 0. This is a Bessel's equation of order n. n ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਰੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ x square minus n square ਕਰਕੇ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ, ਇੱਥੋਂ ਦੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ n ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ. ਜੋ ਵੀ ਨੰਬਰ ਉਰੇ given ਹੋਏਗਾ, that will be the order of the Bessel's equation. And here you can easily see x equal to 0 is a regular singular point, because your px will be capital Px will be, it is equals to x upon x square, that means 1 by x. Okay, and your qx will be x square minus n square upon x square. This was your qx, this will be your qx, and you can see both are not analytic at x equal to 0, so it is a singular point. But whenever you multiply px with x, if you multiply it with x, you will get only 1, and if you multiply qx with x square, the denominator cancels out, x square. Now both are analytic at x equal to 0. So x equal to 0 is a regular singular point for the Bessel's equation of order. And the solutions of this equation are called the Bessel functions. जो भी solution इस equation से ਅਸੀਂ obtain करांगे, that is called the Bessel function. ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜੀ Frobenius ਦੀ type number 3 ਅਸੀਂ discuss ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ कि both the values of r are equal, ਤਾਂ ਉਹ case ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ derive ਹੋਏਗਾ for the Bessel's equation of order 0. So Bessel equation of order 0 means you have to substitute the value of n is equal to 0 here. So whenever you substitute the value of n equal to 0 here, you will get this equation. And x can also be cancelled out from both the sides. You will get xy double dash plus y dash plus xy equal to 0. This is a Bessel's equation of order 0, and Frobenius method type number 3 will be applicable to this equation, the Bessel's equation of order 0. How it should be applied and what are the steps to apply the Frobenius method for type 3, we will discuss by solving this equation, Bessel's equation of order 0. So in the next slide, you see I have considered a Bessel's equation of order 0. xy double dash plus y dash plus xy equal to 0. Obviously, I have already told you that Bessel's equations have x equal to 0 as a singular point, and further that x equal to 0 is a regular singular point. You can check it as, because value of p is 1 by x, q is 1. So p becomes not defined at x equal to 0, therefore x equal to 0 is a singular point. But whenever you do multiply p with x, you will get xp equal to 1 and x square q equal to x square. Both are now analytic at x equal to 0. Therefore, it is a regular singular. So we have to apply the Frobenius method to solve this equation. So the steps of Frobenius method: firstly, you have to consider the value of y as summation n0 to infinity cn x raised to power n plus r. So accordingly, the value of y dash will be this one, the first derivative of this term, n plus r cn x raised to power n plus r minus 1, and the value of the second derivative will be this one. This is the value of the second derivative. Now in the next step, I have multiplied this x under the summation. इस a वाला x और a वाली x की पावर्स को कंबाइन कर लेता गया, तो n plus r minus 2 plus 1, you will get n plus r minus 1. This term is as it is considered, and this x is also multiplied with this x raised to power n plus r, so you will get x raised to power n plus r plus 1. So next we will see that this summation starts from the power x raised to power r minus 1. This summation also starts from the power x raised to power r minus 1, but this summation is starting from the power r plus 1, because n equal to 0 just substitute karange, you will get the first term with x raised to power r plus 1. So what we have to do, from this summation we have to take two terms out, because the maximum value is r plus 1, the maximum degree is r plus 1. So here we have to skip the two terms, we have to write the two terms out of the summation, these one, for n equal to 0 and n equal to 1, so that it may also start from x raised to power r plus 1. And similarly for this summation, we have to take two terms out of this. So firstly, by substituting n equal to 0, we will get this term from the first summation, and n equal to 0 here we will get this term from the second summation. And similarly, when you substitute n equals to 1, you will get this term from the first summation and this term from the second summation. And rest of the terms are occurring in both these summations. These r equals to 0 and 1 substitute कर लेता गया, ये दोनों obtain कर लेते गए, और r as तो बाद n equal to 2 वाला जेड़ा summation है, ये इथों दी फिर ये continue कर. Similarly, ये वाला summation इस चो भी दो terms असी out कर लिया सीगा. So ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ दो terms out करके n equal to 2 तो इन्हें start कर लिया, फिर ये वाला summation as it is. Now ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਇਕੁਏਸ਼ਨਸ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ ਬਣੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ, ਇਹ ਵਾਲੀ ਟਰਮ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਬਾਈਨ ਕਰ ਲਓ, x raised to power r minus 1, ਲੀਸਟ ਪਾਵਰ ਦਾ ਕੋਐਫੀਸ਼ੀਐਂਟ ਇਕੁਏਟ ਟੂ 0 ਕਰਕੇ ਜੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ ਆਂਦਾ ਹੈ, that is called a initial equation. So firstly ਅਸੀਂ ਸਿਰਫ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਐਫੀਸ਼ੀਐਂਟ ਨੂੰ ਇਕੁਅਲ ਟੂ 0 ਹੀ ਕੀਤਾ, ਤਾਂ ਇਹਦਾ ਕੋਐਫੀਸ਼ੀਐਂਟ ਕੀ ਬਣੇਗਾ, x raised to power r minus 1 ਦਾ r into r minus 1 plus r into c naught equal to 0. Similarly, x raised to power r ਦਾ ਕੋਐਫੀਸ਼ੀਐਂਟ ਕੀ ਬਣੇਗਾ, r into r plus 1 plus r plus 1 c1 equal to 0. And आ वाले जेडे दोवें समीशन ए वाली जेडी होल टर्म है, इनु भी as it is ਅਸੀਂ ਰੱਖ ਲਿਆ और equals to 0. So from this equation, firstly we will get the initial equation. ਤਾਂ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ lowest degree term ਦਾ coefficient equate to 0 ਕਰਕੇ ਆਂਦਾ ਹੈ, that will be the initial equation. So ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੋਵਾਂ ਦੀ multiplication 0 ਹੈ, but always we have to consider c naught not equal to 0. So we must have r into r minus 1 plus r equal to 0. So after calculating it, you will find that you have r square equal to 0. That means the two values of r are 0. Both the values of r are equal to 0. And this is the type 3, when you got both the values of r equal. If r1 equal to r2, this was the type 3. So r equal to 0, 0 means you are getting both the values of r as equal values. So this is the case for type number 3. This is the signal for the type number 3, how you identify it. You will get both the values of r as equal values. In the next steps, initial equation ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ solve ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਹੈਗਾ, ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਆ ਵਾਲੇ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ equations ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ ਰਹਿ ਗਈਆਂ, ਹੁਣ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ simplify ਕਰਾਂਗੇ. So r plus 1, this equation, and the equation involving the summations. In our next step, we simplify in the next slide. So in the next slide, you can see this first equation. This one is written on firstly. This one, r plus 1 plus r plus 1 c1 equal to 0. Simplify it. You will get r plus 1 common from both the terms, and you will also remain with r plus 1. That means it becomes r plus 1 whole square, c1 equal to 0. Now here, because we have obtained the value of r is equal to 0, only one value of r we have obtained, repeatedly value ਸੀਗੀ 0 आई, ਤਾਂ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਰੇ r ਦੀ value 0 put ਕਰੀਏ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਤਾਂ ਕੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ a ਵਾਲੀ term 0 ਹੋਏਗੀ? No. 0 plus 1 square, it will be 1. So you will get c1 equal to 0. So our c1 is 0 here. So from the summation term, I have taken common x raised to power r. You can compare these terms with the previous written terms. X raised to power r is common. Here you have in the previous slide n plus r minus 1. Here also n plus r minus 1, and here n plus r plus 1. So x raised to power r is taken outside. So you will here remains with n minus 1, n minus 1, and n plus 1. And the coefficients are same as it is as in the previous slide. So in this summation, we will substitute n minus 1 equal to k. The same steps which we are following in the power series method as well as in the Frobenius method of type 1 and type 2. These are the same steps. So here also we substitute n minus 1 equal to k, and here we substitute n plus 1 equal to k. So when you substitute n minus 1 equals to k, okay. Now one thing you see here, if you put n equals to 2, this term will be x raised to power 1. This term is also x raised to power 1, the first term, and this term is also x raised to power 1. So our summation starts from k equals to 1. So here also k equals to 1. Here also k equals to 1. I am making correct. It is by mistake. So k equal to 1 to infinity. So n the value की आएगी ये विचो, n is k plus 1. तो n ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ k plus 1 ਨਾਲ replace करता. A term बन गई. उरे भी n ਨੂੰ k plus 1 ਨਾਲ replace करता. तो a term ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ बन जाएगी. और उरे भी n ਨੂੰ k plus 1 लिखता और a k बन गया. Similarly उरे भी कितना n ਨੂੰ k plus 1 सारे कितने. Okay. So उरे n ਨੂੰ की put करांगे क्योंकि k equal to n plus 1 सी, n put होएगा k minus 1. And summations are starting from k equal to 1. Here also I will start it from k equal to 1. So in the next step, I have equate the coefficient equal x raised to power r. I have ignored it because it is common and equation is equal to 0. So I have taken that common summation is common and all the coefficients are combined, and x raised to power k also taken outside common. So simplifying this coefficient, these two terms, firstly for these two terms, we have taken common k plus r plus 1 and ck plus 1. Ck plus 1 is common, and on simplifying it, you will find it will be k plus r plus 1 whole square, and this one is alone plus ck minus 1 equal to 0. And obviously our k, because it was starting from k equal to 1, so k varies from 1, 2, 3 and so on. So ck plus 1 is equal to minus ck minus 1 upon k plus r plus 1 square, and k varies from 1, 2, 3 and so on. You will get this criteria for finding the coefficients. Now what to do? ਹੁਣ अगर coefficients आ गए, ਹੁਣ type number 3 ਦਾ difference पूरा create होएगा solve ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ck plus 1 ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ find ਕੀਤਾ, ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਕੁਝ ਕੁ coefficients ਤੁਸੀਂ solve ਕਰ ਲਓ. ਜਿਵੇਂ firstly ਅਸੀਂ k ਨੂੰ ਅਗਰ 1 put ਕੀਤਾ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਆਏਗਾ c0 by r plus 2 square. k ਨੂੰ ਅਗਰ ਅਸੀਂ 2 put ਕੀਤਾ, you will get c3 equal to minus c1 by r plus 3 square. But our c1 is 0, so we got c3 equal to 0. And you can observe, if you put here k equal to 4 for c5, you will here get c3. Then obviously if c3 is 0, you will also get c5 is 0. So I have considered c5, c7, c9 all are equal to 0. Because c5, the value of c5 occurs in the terms of c3. The value of c7 occurs in the term of c5, and all are equal to 0. So I have only calculated the even coefficients, and odd number coefficients are all equal to 0. So for the c4, यानी कि k ਨੂੰ 3 जब ਅਸੀਂ substitute करांगे, you will get minus c2 upon r plus 4 square, and the value of c2 is substituted from here. ये c2 की value रे substitute कर देती, you will get this. सो फाइनली जेड़ा y ਅਸੀਂ स्टार्टिंग सपोज करते ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਸਾਡਾ a बन गया है क्योंकि c0 की वैल्यू उरे कल्ला c0 ਹੁੰਦਾ c0 ਅਸੀਂ ਕਾਮਨ ਕੱਢ ਲਿਆ ਹੈਗਾ c2 की वैल्यू भी इन टर्म्स ऑफ c0 आई सी तो c0 बाहर ले लिया तो उरे रह गया 1 by r plus 2 square इसी तरह c4 की वैल्यू भी इन टर्म्स ऑफ c0 आई है वो बाहर ले लिया तो उरे आ गया r plus 2 square r plus 4 square and so on the odd terms मैं कोई भी नहीं लिखा तुम चेक कर सकते हो क्यूब 5 7 वाली बिकॉज वो सारे कोएफिशिएंट्स अपने 0 से so that's why the value of y becomes this r ਦੀ ਵੈਲਿਊ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਆਈ ਸੀ r equal to 0 ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਸੋਲੂਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ y1x ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਾਂ ux ਜੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਸੋਲੂਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ ਸਿੰਪਲੀ r ਨੂੰ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ 0 ਪੁੱਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਫਾਈਂਡ ਕਰ ਲਾਂਗੇ ਬਟ ਫॉर द सेकंड ਸੋਲੂਸ਼ਨ we will solve curly y by curly r and you have to do the partial derivative of the previously finding of y with respect to r, not with respect to x, with respect to r. And you have to apply here the product rule, obviously, because you have here x raised to power r outside and the terms in the variable r inside also. So you will have to apply here the product rule. So firstly, I have applied the derivative on this x raised to power r, and this term is as it is. You can see here, this term is remaining as it is. And the derivative of x raised to power r in terms of r with respect to r will be x raised to power r log x ln x you can this is a log ln x and secondly c0 xr is as it is and we are doing the derivative of this term. The derivative of 1 is 0, so the derivative of 1 by r plus 2 whole square it will be minus 2 upon r plus 2 cube and minus already ure siga so a minus minus apne ko plus ho gaya तो a बन गई इसका डेरिवेटिव किवें करना हैगा जेडी ये सेकंड टर्म है प्रोडक्ट रूल अप्लाई कर सकते हो फर्स्टली यू विल हैव टू कंसीडर r plus 4 as it is yes ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਰੂਲ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕੀਤਾ ਓਕੇ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 1 by r plus 2 square r plus 4 square firstly r plus 4 square as it is and r plus 2 square the derivative minus 2 upon r plus 2 cube and similarly r plus 2 square as it is and r plus 4 the power 2 the derivative denominator is minus 2 upon r plus 4 the cube and so ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਵੈਲਿਊ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਕਰਲੀ y by ਕਰਲੀ r ਹੈ ਔਰ ਇੱਕ ਵੈਲਿਊ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਇਹ y ਹੈ this one ਤਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਬਸ ਦੋ ਸੋਲੂਸ਼ਨ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਆਬਟੇਨ ਕਰਨੇ substitute r equal to 0 in y and curly y by curly ਬਸ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜੇ r equal to 0 ਅਸੀਂ y ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਬਸਟੀਟਿਊਟ ਕਰੀਏ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚੈੱਕ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਵੈਲਿਊ ਸੋਲਵ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ a ਬਣ ਜਾਏਗੀ so c0 and let us suppose this expression as ux and if you substitute r equal to 0 in curly y by curly r okay in curly y by curly r पूरे substitute करो ਤਾਂ a ਬਣ ਜਾਏਗੀ a वाली ब्रैकेट और सेकंड ब्रैकेट ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ r ਨੂੰ 0 ਪਾਇਆ 2 by 2 cube पूरे 0 पाया minus 2 by 2 cube into 4 square पूरे आया minus 2 कॉमन ले लिया सी 4 cube upon 2 square and so so you can see here आ वाली जेडी ब्रैकेट है अपने कोल आ वाली ये सेम यही है ना जो अपने कोल ux सीगा देखो हमेशा ये सेम ही बनेगी बिकॉज़ ये एज इट इज वही वाला रह गया सीगा जो अपने कोल y दी वैल्यू दे विच सीगा सो इसनु ਅਸੀਂ वापस की लिखता ux so it first term is c0 ux ln x और जेड़ा सेकंड आया अपने कोल सीरीज इसनु ਅਸੀਂ ले लिया vx ਤਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ ਫਾਈਨਲ ਸੋਲੂਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਦੋਵਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਬਾਈਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਲਿਖਣਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸੀਂ y ਦੀ y ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਆਬਟੇਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ r equal to 0 ਪੁੱਟ ਕਰਕੇ y ਦੀ ਵੈਲਿਊ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਵਾਲਾ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਨਾ this is c0 ux ਤਾਂ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਮਲਟੀਪਲਾਈ ਕਰ ਲਓ a1 ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਔਰ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਮਲਟੀਪਲਾਈ ਕਰ ਲਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ a2 ਨਾਲ ਦੋਵਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਬਾਈਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਲਿਖਣਾ ਤਾਂ a1 c0 ux and a2 c0 ux ln x plus c0 vx now a1 c0 ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਫਰਦਰ a ਲੈਟ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ you can see here a2 c0 c ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ b ਲੈਟ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ you can see here and similarly ਉਰੇ ਵੀ a2 c0 ਬਣੇਗਾ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਵੀ b vx ਆ ਹੁਣ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੋਵਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ux ਕਾਮਨ ਹੈ so you can write a plus b ln x ux plus b vx ਤੇ ux ਸਾਡਾ a ਸੀਗਾ ਔਰ vx ਸਾਡਾ a ਵਾਲਾ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਰੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦਾ 2 cube 4 square into 4 cube 2 square this was our vx so this is the final solution for Bessel's equation of order 0 which I have solved under the Frobenius method type 3